Welcome back to my new video, that is closures in Python. So how to use the closures? We will understand here with the help of examples. And yes, of course, before understanding the closures, we have read in the previous videos about LEGB rule and variable scope. Okay, I hope now this will be more easy for you to understand what are the closures here. So I have written here, what are the closures? When nested function references a value in its enclosing scope. So we understood in the previous video what are the enclosing variable, what are the enclosing scope, local variable, global variable. We have learnt about this. So let's see, but before moving forward, we should know what is the nested function. The function that is declared inside another function, that is the nested function. Okay, so let's have one example. Just suppose if I am writing here outer one. Okay, fine. Now let's take one variable, like just suppose fruit is equal to, I write here apple. Fine. Now I write here def, one more function here, inner one. Okay, so I have defined now function inside another function. Okay, so I'll say here print. What is to be print? Yes, fruit. Okay, now I have to call my function here, that is inner one, and after that I have to call my outer one also. Okay, great. Now what will happen here if I will run this? Let's run and have a bit. Okay, let's run and have the output and see what does it says. Great, so it is giving me the output apple here. Okay, so this one is my function 2 and this one outer one is the function 1. So I have defined one function inside the another function. Okay, now here, now understand, now this one is the enclosing function. Okay, and this one is the enclosing variable. Okay, this is the enclosing variable for my inner function. Okay, and this is the outer function definition. Fine. See, I know that I cannot call this inner function outside the function. Okay, we know that if I write here inner one. Okay, if I call this here, fine, so what will happen? Control S. It is saying inner one is not defined, name that is not defined. Okay, so let's move, that we understood in the previous video also, that we cannot call the function outside its scope. We have learnt this. So let's do it. Let's bring it back. Okay, great, fine. Now let's have one more example. Just suppose I'm not writing, let me comment it out. Okay, let's move forward with another example. Okay, just suppose if I'm writing here another function 1. Okay, and I say print, what should I write? Print mangoes. Yeah, my favorite one. Okay, and again I call my function here func1. I have defined this function. Great. Okay, now if I run this, just a minute, then I'll show you the output. So it is giving me the output, that is mangoes. Now listen carefully, if I will not write this parenthesis here, then what will happen? Let's see. It is not giving anything, no output. Great. Okay, what if I call the function without the parenthesis? So it will give me it will return the function parenthesis. Okay, what if let me write down here. Okay, now great. Now if I will use this, it will give me the output, that is the mangoes. Okay, now guys, next thing. Okay, next thing, if I say just suppose I write here, I'm giving the value function 1 and I write here fruit, okay, is equal to now kiwi, the name, shortest name. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So I have written this now. Okay, now I'll define inner function, define func2, so that, okay, clear. Now if I say print mangoes, no mangoes, kiwi, I have changed the fruit, kiwi. Okay, now so I say print this, and after that I say return. Return, what is to be returned? Inner. Okay, great. And after that inner one. Okay, great. Now after that what I'll do, I will simply define this value, this outer one value to one variable. If I say this one, a is equal to func1. Okay, now I say print a. Okay, let's see what would be the output. Inner one though I have not written. Oh, I'm writing the previous one. So if I say here print return func2. Okay, okay, great. So let's run and see what it says. So it is giving me the none value. Okay, so this is not the value, this is not a value returning function. Okay, that's why it is returning the none. This one, if I am talking about this one, okay, this is not the returning function. Okay, that's why it is saying none. It is not giving me anything. Okay, if we want to have the value, just suppose it now this time it is saying none, but if I want to have the value, then what will I do? I will simply write as I have written here, fruit is equal to kiwi. Okay, then I have defined this function. Then after that, just suppose I say okay, if I take one more example, if I go back, wait a minute. Okay, I'll go back to my original. Okay, not this one. Okay, great. Fine. Now I define one more function to better understanding. I write here outer. Okay, and again I say s is equal to any value 4. Okay, and I define one more function, that is inner. Okay, now I say t is equal to, just suppose, 6. Okay, I'm taking another variable. Then I say result. What would be the result here? I say s plus t. Okay, I want the sum. Okay, and I say return inner. Oh, okay. Now after that I say return inner. Okay, and inner, and also one more thing, return result also. Okay, return the result. Fine. So what it will do, let me call my function again. Wait a minute. Okay, and so I take one variable over here, like a is equal to, I say outer. Okay, and then I call print a. Fine. Now what will happen here? Let's understand. See, I am saying I have defined one function, another function is here. Okay, so this will return the value. Fine, this will return the value, and this box, this one box will returning the result. Okay, it will returning the result, and this one, this statement, what is the job of this statement now? Okay, this statement will give function reference. Okay, if I will use the function without parenthesis, let me do the, okay, let's run and check. This is with parenthesis. Okay, what would be? Great. So it is giving me the answer 10 here. So here the value is coming s. Okay, so 4 plus 6, that is 10. Great. Now if I simply remove the parenthesis, then what would be the output? Let's cross check. Okay, great. So it is saying that function outer local is giving me the function reference here. Okay, it is giving me the reference. Fine. So this one is the nothing. Okay, this one is nothing, but this is the inner function. Okay, what is this? This is the inner function over here. Now what if I write here, like if I say here print a, okay, dot name, then this, okay, control S and run. So now it is telling me it is the inner function. The thing that I am telling you, this is nothing. This is what? Actually, this is the inner function. Okay. Now, what if I simply write a? Okay. Okay. So wait a minute. I write here simply. Okay. If I write here a with parenthesis, control S, and let's do. So it is not giving me any value. Okay, because I am calling simple this. Okay, what if I write print? Okay, print, then and again. Now what will happen? Will it return any value? Let's check. Yes, it is returning 10 here. Okay, so this, the meaning, this function, I can say this one. Okay, this function, when we will execute, inner function body outside its scope, means when this function will be executed, this inner function body will be executed outside its scope. Okay, outside its scope. Fine. Now although this is a local function that we executed outside that function, but we know that we cannot call a function outside its scope. Okay, then the the thing is that then how the output is coming, how that 10 is coming as output. We are getting 10 in the output window. How that is coming? If we cannot call a function outside its scope, then yes, there we have to think for that. Yes, of course. Okay, this is done by the closure. We call this closure. If we go back here, when nested function references a value in its enclosing scope, we call it closure. Okay, what we call it closure, or you can say this A and the inner function are the same function. Okay, they are the same function here. Okay, if I to create the closure function in Python, we must have a nested function. So here are few points that we should take care. If I write, let's have a few points. Okay, Python must have following for declaring what? Closure. Okay, what is that? Okay, number one, that is nested function should be there. Okay, number two, the nested function must refer to the value defined in the enclosing function. So we can say the nested function must refer to a value, okay, defined in the enclosing function okay, defined a lot of things. Okay, let's give a enter so that it will be easy for us. Okay, third one is the enclosing function must return the nested function. The enclosing function must return the nested function. Okay, so these things should be there. Okay, let me give enter and let me comment it out. Okay, great, fine. I hope this is clear to you now. Okay, for declaring the closures, we must have the nested function, and the nested function must refer to a value that is defined in the enclosing function, and the enclosing function must return the nested function. So all 3 points are covered here. Clear? Now, when to use the closures? Okay, when there are few methods to be implemented in a class, or you can say closure, so closures can provide an alternate and more elegant solution. Also, closures and nested functions are especially useful if we want to write code based on the concept of lazy or delayed evaluation. Yes, so in these cases we have to use the closures. I hope this is clear to you, the concept is clear to you. Meet you in the next video. We'll talk about decorators. Now we are left with the decorators in Python. Okay, see you soon. Have a good day.